Hi all, my name is Alyssa Anderson and doing this week's discussion board about a failure with our G1000 or any GPS malfunction. Me personally, I have never, thank God, I've never had a GPS malfunction thus far in the plane, but knock on wood, never say never. It is a possibility that could happen, and understanding what procedures we need to do or what checklists we need to check is something very important. For most of us, if you have flown in the G1000 and our instrument rating have taken an instrument check ride, you do a simulated possible electrical failure, which is something that I have done on my instrument check ride flying with the G1000. And mainly the malfunction was that our PFD went out. So we have no PFD, and therefore there are a couple of things that we can do. We can troubleshoot, see if there is an electrical failure, possibly resetting some circuit breakers, which can be a normal function that we utilize to kind of reset the electrical system, as well as just switching your display over to your MFD where you'll have all your information there. Unfortunately, having all your instrumentation there on your MFD will also force you to use your standby instruments as well, and can possibly cause you to lean a bit. You know, you're kind of looking over to the right-hand side at your MFD to get that instrumentation in and interpret what is happening with the aircraft. It can possibly cause you to bank without you even realizing it. So that's something to be concerned about while you're in that emergency of an electrical failure. There hasn't been too many other things that I have encountered. Something else that I have encountered, which I don't necessarily consider it a failure, is the traffic information system goes out. I fly up in Leesburg, which is Northern Virginia, and I've done a lot of my cross-country work down south going towards North Carolina, flying towards the leeward side of the Appalachian Mountains. Therefore, I get a lot of interruption there with some instrumentation. So there are times when the traffic advisories do go out. And it's just something that I just keep an eye on. Normally, resetting circuit breakers for that is not something that I have encountered doing, but what I will do is just keep an eye out for traffic and just keep an eye out on my traffic system, using the soft keys to look at that information there and see if it does come back or it doesn't, and usually it does wind up coming back. So, you know, electrical failures, possibly an AHARS failures, which incorporates the electrical failure, as well as your pitot tube being clogged. That is another type of failure, which will fail both your all of your electrical display instruments, your airspeed indicator, and things of that sort, as well as your standby instruments. Those will also show a failure there. So these are pretty much just the scenarios that I could think of that we could get, or something that I have encountered. Also, with the PFD going out, using the display backup button can transfer everything over to your MFD. That way you'll be able to still interpret all the information that's coming into the aircraft. Hopefully you guys don't have to ever encounter a failure that grand, and also know that, you know, you can always use ATC as a backup to help get you where you need to go, or just, you know, land as possible at the nearest airport. Don't try to take that failure into any IMC conditions as well. And I wish you all the best. Good luck in your flying this semester.